people, it is Liam Caddison here, and we're reacting to another episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer with episode 14 for season 7. We are less than 10 episodes away from completing the entirety of Buffy, and I'm excited to get into the next episode. It was a really well acted and emotional episode last time around, especially surrounding Willow, where she was punishing herself with the fact that she felt a bit of an attraction to Kennedy, especially with Kennedy finding a huge amount of attraction to her, and she was beating herself up about the fact that she could have this potential to find happiness with someone else, moving on from Tara. And I really liked how the episode did end to say it was okay for Willow to do that. Even if things are a bit rushed with Kennedy and Willow, the message was still there, and it was really, really emotional and aggravating as well with Amy punishing Willow. So yeah, but I really liked how the episode ended last time around. It was also a really interesting episode in regards to Spike, with the chip corroding and just malfunctioning, and something needed to be done about that. And with the initiative's help, we had Buffy come to a crossroads. Does she have the chip repaired, or does she remove the chip? And I suspect the latter option's going to be selected. That might invoked some controversy amongst the Scoobies in regards to if Buffy goes along with that option, to why she removed the chip, given Spike's history. But also, this is a completely different Spike. This is not, I guess, the same Spike that we've been accustomed to for since season 2 to season 6, I guess. So yeah, of course there's been some dodgy things surrounding Spike this season, but the first has also been puppeteering him, and yeah, I think this will be a very, very interesting step up in terms of the, I guess, dynamic between Spike and Buffy. Should Buffy go with the second option? Who knows? She could just be like, nah, I'm just going to repair it. So, yeah, but I just have my gut is saying that she's going to remove the chip completely. So, and that's going to put a resolution to that kind of thing that's been going on since season 4. So we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, with that said, let's get in to episode number 14 for season 7 of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Looking forward to checking this episode out. So with that said, let's go.
I'll take care.
Oh my goodness! Damn, Giles really did have that Spidey reflexes. Okay.
And training, years of training. Joanne, keep up. Did your chip go off?
Yeah, well,
Buffy removed it.
When we were at the initiative.
there was a
Right.
Oh.
To either repair the chip or to remove it.
You had it you removed the chip?
Ta-da!
Train him should the first attempt to activate him again.
Spike has a soul now. That's what's going to stop him from hurting people.
Buffy.
He can be a good man, Giles. I feel it.
There is also that
He's never
worry,
gonna get there if
like,
you don't give
what
him a
if his
chance.
soul was removed again? Like, Angel and Jealous. So I can understand the precautions taken as well.
Your feelings for him are colouring your judgment. I can hear it in your voice.
It was wrong. You can't beat evil by doing evil.
Oh my
I know that.
goodness.
Well, I hope you're right. You're gambling with a lot of lives.
It is a gamble, but Buffy's also growing up, and I feel like she's making a decent enough call, I guess.
I was thinking maybe I could sort of suspend it from the ceiling in the garage with ropes and a pulley.
That'll do it.
Not a bad plan. You'll need stronger rope than that. Want to have coffee with me later?
Oh, that was fast!
Oh, you're the only one that gets to be random?
It wasn't even a minute, and you're like, hey.
Well then, I'd like to take you out to dinner if that's all right with you.
What?
I mean, you don't have
What's
to.
his
I'm
game?
certainly not saying come to dinner if you enjoy having a job. You know, I may have to make up a little document saying I didn't just say that and have you sign it.
Sure.
What's his
Yeah,
game?
happy to
I don't want to believe he's
Draw up the
evil.
paperwork.
Maybe he's a collector. Another fine addition to my collection. That's, maybe he had a nosebleed as well. That's
So
why
yes,
that
to
explains
dinner?
the bloody handkerchief.
Yeah.
Also like 10 years older than you, right?
Which is like 100 years younger than your type.
Yay. Someone who doesn't remember the Industrial Revolution.
I think they're going to end up
Yo,
making
Willow, you didn't need to do a dirty
Prince
like that,
Lord
but
shall
not
gasp.
wrong.
I love your lack of wicked energy.
Watch it. Or I'm gonna make you talk about your new girlfriend who you hold hands with under the dinner table and think we don't notice.
How about yours, Xander? She evil?
Well, she's interested in me, so there's a good chance.
Which is thinner. But we muddle through. And as I suspected, ice cream is a universal language.
好多中國人唔飲得牛奶，我好唔舒服嘅。
I want you to think. Willow brought something to this house. Something good. Something you can use.
The new microwave?
The gun.
No.
I want you to think
No.
hard. Where did they put the gun?
You're not turning him into Warren. Oh, come on, Andrew.
Or he's evil.
Buffy, I'm all right.
You don't have to.
What? Be noble. I'm not. Really, I'm all right. I think I still dream of a
Do
crypt or
kind
two
of
who I
believe
take a
that,
fence.
like,
My eyes are clear.
doesn't want to, like, push anything. If
I'm glad.
Yeah.
Buffy has a date. Willow's been completely making out with this girl. Hey, Xander's out with some hardware store whore. It's Date Fest 2000.
And I actually have a
Actually,
girlfriend.
Buffy's investigating
Everyone wins. I
principal
mean,
work.
apart from Anya, I
It's not a
guess.
date.
Really?
Might be a date.
For God's sake!
Is a date.
How can anyone think about their social life? We are about to fight the original...
Alex.
Promise you, it's just a little bit further.
Okay.
In before he's taking her to Lux. Whoa, 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 whoa! You want to explain something? I mean, it seems like you're a good egg, unless this is part of a ploy, but... In before he is a potential.
I guess I had a little practice. Never took on to it once before, but I've taken out a vamp here or there and some demons.
So you're freelance.
Freelance, I guess that's a good way to put it.
Rogue Demon Hunter, at your service.
And you know who I am.
You're the Slayer.
Right.
Okay.
So I'm guessing that
See, when I was a little boy, my mother was one. The one, actually, the Slayer.
Holy shit! Really?
Mother.
Wow.
Wow, I didn't.
Now he's
know
dating
that
a
any
Slayer.
Slayers had children.
Well, I don't know of any others. She was killed when I was 4.
Oh, shh.
I still remember her, but it's a little fuzzy.
So, do you have any Slayer powers? I'm sorry, I'm just
Good.
so
This is so
I have
interesting.
No idea what to ask.
No, I don't have powers, no super strength.
Do you have
or
any
mythic
wings?
Responsibilities. I'm just a
Sorry
guy
with the
few
Lucifer
skills
quips.
because her watcher took me in and raised me.
At the same time, you would fade away.
You're asking a lot of questions.
Yes, well,
Curiosity, right?
because I'm evil, and I want to do the best I can at that. So I want to know stuff.
Good on
like
Andrew. Good on
when-
Andrew.
When do we kill Buffy?
Are you wearing a wire?
Oh!
Because the biggest, baddest, first evil in the world's angry with you.
Well, bully for you.
Smart.
I'm hearing something.
You think you can trick me with it?
It's not in the headphones, it's out here.
You only hear what I want you to hear. You only see what I want you to see.
Oh my god!
So many dead girls.
Listen, is this because I'm friends with Buffy?
Who's Buffy?
The Slayer.
You know the Slayer?
This can't
Oh,
just happen. It can't
Xander.
just keep happening that demon women find me attractive. There's gotta be a reason.
You can never catch a bloody break buddy!
This one's either I just got lucky, don't call me for a while, or my date's a demon who's trying to kill me. You don't remember which? It was a long time ago.
Well, if we play the percentages.
Something's eating Xander's head.
Say, that's gratifying.
Buffy will know what to do.
I love how that's their go-to.
The final fight. And everyone is hearing the drum beat. It's telling us to pick our partners.
Here come the
Align ourselves with
drums.
the good or the evil.
You might want to regret this. Oh. Yellow eyes, you have Grandma. Oh.
You two know each other.
He works with me. In the struggle against evil.
Cool.
Not awkward whatsoever.
He's a fan.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Oh, God, hurry.
But he's a good one. Oh, shit. It's, that'll be a fun time, right? Come on, Spike. Hey! Ooh! Oh! Ooh. Things just got a lot more awkward now because he's a vampire and, but, you know, he's on our side, so...
I'm going gay. I've decided I'm turning gay. Willow, gay me up. Come on, that's gay.
Wow.
You heard me? Just tell me
Well,
what to do.
one, it doesn't work
I'm
like that.
mentally
Two,
spectacular right now. That's a start, isn't it?
male demons could
That's
exist.
an archer.
Come on, let's get this gay show on the gay road. Help me out here.
What if you just start attracting male demons?
Exactly my
I like
point!
you. Serve you.
These aren't a joke. This happens. Girls are gonna die. We may die.
No, we won't.
It's time to get serious.
Charles is bringing that dad vibe here.
Check the timing. Reread what the witnesses said. And the people on the subway station?
Who is it?
You met him.
No!
You fought at his
Spike? Wait! Wait!
side. What do you say?
Just don't say anything.
Thank you.
No! Damn it! Well, that's gonna cause complications. I'm just going back to that season 5 episode. Full for Love. Very iconic. As soon as she mentioned Subway, my mind just went back to that moment where, because Spike's only killed 2 Slayers. And, yeah. Well, as if things couldn't get any more awkward, they just did. Oh, man. That's a callback, and, yeah, it'll be very interesting because, of course, that's not the same Spike that, that's not the same Spike that we got right now. This is, someone else, and, yeah, like I said, things are gonna get pretty awkward. So yeah, I'm not sure where to feel about this episode in terms of how big it was, because it was pretty big in terms of getting to know about Principal Wood. But of course, it felt like one of the, like, I don't know, lower end of things, if that makes sense, especially with the Scoobies. I'm not sure. I'm just thinking about Giles trying to put a reality check into everyone's heads about, you know, Buffy going out on a date with Principal Wood and Xander just attracting the demons again. So, yeah, I think if he gets a normal relationship, then hell will officially freeze over because, yeah. But yeah, I feel like with Giles trying to put a reality check into things and people are saying like, yeah, we're so close to the end, we can't afford to dilly-dally around. I feel like, I don't know, that can kind of pass through that fourth wall and kind of translate into this episode because we had, I mean, obviously not every episode from here on outwards is going to be like Buffy, oh, I'm going to kill us uber vamp, oh, let's escalate things for the first. But I do like the kind of tongue-in-cheek thing, if that makes sense. So, yeah, well, I'm not saying that this is a bad episode. I'm just saying I feel like, to me, there is that side that Giles' reality check about, hey, we can't dilly-dally. kind of translates outside that fourth wall. It might just be me looking too much into things, but I love looking into things and, trying to stretch from there, so... Anyways, yeah, I really liked this episode, though. It wasn't like anything too high up in terms of season 7 positions, I guess, for episodes, but it was still really, really good to get some info on Principal Wood, because now we know he's not evil, but, his mother got killed by Spike, and we saw his mother in season 5, should I say. So... not only was the revelation that his mother was a slayer and he was taken in by a Watcher very, very surprising to know about, because I think there was a lot of worries with his kind of fishy behavior, and in this episode we get to find out, I've done my fair share of fighting vampires. But yeah, the fact that Spike was the one, and we've seen Spike's kill counts basically with him only doing into slayers, so yeah, it's gonna be really, really awkward. I mean, it was already awkward in the car, but it's now gonna be even more awkward, and especially with the rift that this could have on Buffy and Principal Wood, because Buffy, of course, is defending, is trying to, well, I'd say will be defending Spike. And she's trying to look out for him, especially with all this, these frantic eyes on him. And she's trying to give him, I guess, that benefit of the doubt. So when Principal Wood's going to come through that door and try to stake Spike to death, there's going to be some complications between Buffy and Principal Wood, because Buffy will be defending him. So, and obviously we'll bring up the fact that this is not the same Spike that slayed his mother, funnily enough. So yeah, but I don't think Principal Wood's going to be like, oh, okay, that's fine by me. So there's going to be some complications next time around, surely. But we'll just have to wait and see what does happen. But yeah, it was really good learning about Principal Wood, and the fact that he is a good person, that he is that he's been biding his time and waiting for the right moment to strike again, because he knows what's coming, but it's just about whenever you're ready. Yeah, and he kind of gave some explanations to why him hiring Buffy, him coming to the school was very, very important, especially well, there was genuine interest aside from the whole supernatural element, but yeah. So yeah, learning about Principal Wood in this episode was a real treat, because I think a lot of us have been would have been wanting to know, like, we're at episode 14, we want to know what the deal is with Principal Wood. So now we've pretty much got an idea about what he's about. He's a good person, his mother was a slayer, killed by Spike. So yeah, and I'll be very interested to see how he gets intertwined with the Scoobies and whatnot, especially with Spike, because that's not going to be a connection that is going to be put to bed in one episode after explaining. There's still going to be that awkward tenacity in the air between them two. So yeah. So yeah, I really thought the investment in Principal Wood was pretty great stuff to see, as well as Buffy, I guess, being a bit happy. Again, I do feel like there is a bit of a rush in terms of relationships, because it felt like the whole, hey, do you want to ask me out thing came out of a bit of nowhere. But also I'm very, very happy because you saw that reinvigorated energy from Buffy when she was glossing over about her upcoming date with Principal Wood, as well as the fact that he's not a vampire, so that makes a change from the mold, right? But I really thought that I had that worry that I had with Kennedy and Willow, that things seemed a bit rushed, but I do think they do hit it off as well. It's just going to be a bit awkward when, Spike is going to have a stake pointed towards him by Principal Wood, and Buffy's going to be like, because there was that nice talk at the end from Buffy and Spike, which was really, really nice. And I think it kind of plays a part on Giles and his concerns regarding the chip being removed from Spike, because he echoed his worries about the fact that them to have that connection, and it can be very, very worrying. And we see that kind of echo towards the end of the episode. So, yeah. But I also really liked how Spike was very genuine, knowing about the date with Principal Wood, and there was this kind of nice reception. He's, if anything, just happy that Buffy can, that Buffy was gracious enough to take the chip out and have a bit of faith in him. But also is not wanting to try and, like, I feel like those feelings are still there for Spike, but he's not going to act on anything. He's already living with a ton of regret and guilt about what he did in season 6 and prior, I guess. But he's wanting Buffy to be happy, so I feel like there's that genuine happiness for Spike in terms of, like, oh, Buffy's finding someone and, you know, I'm happy for her. And if anything, he's living with his consequences, and so he's going to be living with more consequences, which we're going to discover when Principal Wood's like, come here, you little shit. So yeah. I feel like the vibe with Buffy and Spike was pretty nice in this episode. Especially with that graciousness that Spike has, and yeah. I liked the bit where he tackled Giles, though, and he was like, well, even if I was the first, why would you think about tackling me? So yeah, it's just to make sure, right? Hope, right? It's hope at the end of the day. But that's the thing. We kind of wrapped up those two elements in the first minute. With Giles, we found out how he survived. It was Spidey reflexes that he had, so great on him. Although he said it was because he knew, because of the squeaky shoes, because the guy was the bringer was like rolling a nat 1 on stealth, so it was really great to have that explanation, because that was my complaint in the last episode about the fact that, well, we know that Giles isn't the first, but we don't know how he survived the bringer, you know, aiming an axe to his head. So yeah, and we got that resolved in the first minute, so that was really nice, as well as the obvious. I feel like it was kind of obvious in the sense that Buffy would remove the chip, because I feel like Buffy's explanation was pretty neat as well. But I don't know. I feel like it was in my gut. So I'm not really surprised about the fact that Buffy removed the chip. So I was like having a 90% bet about Buffy removing the chip. I mean, she could have left the chip in, but I can understand why Giles was a bit... Yeah, he was a bit skeptical about Buffy's decision to remove the chip, especially with the idea that it's not impossible for Spike to go off on the deep end again, like have his soul removed, and yeah, here we go with Spike again. But also, Buffy has that idea that I'm not going to treat him terribly, so yeah, I'm going to give him this opportunity. It's a risk, but we can, we're better people than that. So, yeah, I can understand Giles's concerns completely, but yeah, I feel like with Buffy's connection with Spike, I feel like she has a sense of trust. So yeah, it's going to be very, very interesting to see how things proceed from there onwards, especially with the first having eyes on Spike. So yeah, which, speaking of the first, we had Andrew stating his loyalty to the Scoobies, which is great. I'm really loving this development from Andrew. It's really, really great to see, because, of course, in season 6, especially when everything with Warren was, dealt with and he was dead, he was still being a naive prick. But I'm really glad that he is having that development and he is on the Scoobies. And, even if things faltered with the wire, it was not a bad effort, but yeah, you never know unless you try, right? I really liked Andrew not complying with the first, and even saying he wants to pay for what happened. So I am really, really glad that he is becoming a better person through his actions. So good on Warren. Good on Andrew. Ugh. never good on Warren. Fuck him. I hope he's burning in hell, and yeah, he's getting flayed there. No, but it was good on Andrew though for stating his loyalty to the Scoops and choosing the right path. Like I said, especially after the debacle in season 6, he's being a better person. So Andrew, good on him. And poor Xander. Like I said, he finds a normal relationship, no demon, then hell is freezing over, definitely. So, yeah. There was some fun lines in this episode, especially with Dawn. It was a bit puzzling because Xander was like saying, I'm going to turn gay. And I'm like, well, 1, that's not how it works. 2, it doesn't stop. And Dawn even said, hey, Clem's had a fig, so like that. There was also some really great lines from the first about, the whole cross thing. So yeah, but going to Xander again, yeah, the dude never has any luck. So yeah, and there was a bit of hurt, like, from Anya. I mean, I feel like that's par for the course, but I feel like with the anniversary, because Xander mentioned it, it stings a bit more, so yeah. But still. But Xander, yeah. He knows how to pick them. So, there is that. He was trying, but, yeah. So yeah, there was that element for Xander today, so... Yeah, but there's also confirmation that Kennedy and Willow are now officially a thing, so there is that. But yeah, poor Xander. He just knows how to pick him, doesn't he? Yeah. Well, I also really loved the flashcards as well, like, because it reminded me of Hush with the presentation. So yeah, and with the drawings. So I got reminiscence of Hush from the flashcards that Giles was drawing, and how he was trying to help that potential, but was getting nowhere, and then how that came into serious effect when Giles was lecturing everyone about their extracurricular activities and saying this is going to happen. So yeah, like I said, I feel like I can understand why Giles is very strict about this whole ordeal. Because yeah, the end's coming, and he wants to make sure everyone is prepared because he doesn't want to risk anyone's lives, and he's just worried that people are just neglecting the priority of the first and its upcoming attack. So yeah, I can understand why Giles is putting this stricter emphasis on, and again, and I really do like the fact that he's sticking around, and I feel like that is pretty much needed for him to have a kind of grounded-esque approach to the potentials to keep them on their toes, because once shit does hit the fan, then yeah, everyone needs to be on their best game. So yeah, I can understand why Giles is a bit picky, but also Buffy wants to have that happiness, but obviously with Giles, his point is you can't have that if you're dead. So for a third time. Oof. Anyways, I'm gonna end it here because yeah, that was a dark note to end on. No, but neat episode, not high up there in season 7, but it was still there was some really fun stuff and some wonderful development on Principal Wood. So that was really ace to see. So awesome stuff. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care. I will see you guys next time. Toodles!